Hey FLOSSTUBE, it's Leigh from Creative Leigh on Sunday the 19th of March 2023 with FLOSSTUBE number 169. Welcome back to my weekly YouTube about counted cross stitch. Yeah, it's hot here today and I just gave up talking. Closed all the windows and put the air conditioning on because I was sitting here talking to my dad. He rang. Had a hot cup of tea, big mistake, and then I was sitting here just feeling flushed and with sweaty hands, and that's no good for anybody. So it's 11:30. I meant to get this done earlier and got distracted, and then Dad rang. So at least I'll get this recorded around lunchtime and then get it up early this afternoon, hopefully. I have a lot to do today, and I have to put my house back together. I took delivery of a new TV entertainment cabinet thing, I guess. It's like a long, low hutch thing. I don't even know what you call it. Sideboard thing for the big ass TV to sit on. Plus, put all my precious things in. So I managed to get that in situ, but I still have piles of all the things, CDs, DVDs, the various collector's items that I've got, magazines and stuff that I want to keep are piled up in the lounge. The old cabinet's still in the lounge. I need to put that in the, I want to put that in the garage, so I need to move the car out and move some stuff around, and I figure I can use it to store things like tools and what have you, and then I can pop my various recycling things on top where I separate my recycling. And it will fit exactly between a shelf and this other thing, but I've got to move everything out. I don't want to do it, but I have to get my house back together. So that'll be on the cards for this afternoon before I mow the lawns later on this afternoon. Yeah, speaking of Dad, he's good-ish. I don't know. He's, just struggling, but not one thing, just all the little things. Both of my stepbrothers were up in the Bay of Plenty this weekend with their daughters each. So my niece Yuki's over from Japan during school holidays, so she came up from Christchurch with her dad, and my other stepbrother and my other niece came down from Auckland on Saturday, but they've all gone back today. But Dad just wasn't up for hosting, so they stayed with their aunts, and anyway, I encouraged him to go out for dinner last night, even though he said it was probably too much for him to go and drive home and all that, but they sorted something out. And I said, you should just ask one of them to come pick you up. It's only, they've got to drive back into the country anyway, so somebody's not drinking. Can't they just bring you back the 10 kilometres from where they're staying? And he goes, oh, I don't want to ask. And I'm like, but they're boys, they're not gonna ask. And they're, and neither of them have their partners with them who would usually do the gentle, maybe you should pick your stepdad up. Anyway, it all worked out okay, and he went and had a good time, and they sorted all that out. But yeah, he said it was nice to have them all together. And then, of course, some of you will be in the know that the Bay of Plenty has been having a bit of a swarm of decent earthquakes the last couple of days. I think it's over 100. A lot of them around 3 to the low 3s to the high 4s. And if you look on GeoNet, which tracks all the earthquake reports across New Zealand, you will see that a lot of them are 25, 20Ks, 30Ks southwest of Whakatane, which is basically where my dad lives. So yeah, he said they're getting a bit sick of them now. They've been very short. He said a little bit of, a few things fall over, a bit of a sinkhole was appeared in his front yard. And a couple of glasses are broken, a lot of firewood fell down, but yeah, and then there was a few in Christchurch as well. And anyway, a bit over it. So he's said it's just been after 2 days of a lot of earthquakes, you kind of get a little bit sick of it. So hopefully they are not a precursor. It just looks like the plates are slipping and there's just lots of little so we'll see. Hopefully there's not a big mother. What else has been happening? One of my eldest niece, my sister's youngest, rang me during the week. So she's the one I went over to Brisbane for her 21st last year. She rang me this week to say that she had asked her girlfriend, proposed to her, I guess. I'm very bemused because she's the baby. I said, but you were just a toddler a few years ago. How can this even be a thing, this adult thing that you're doing? So anyway, that's kind of cute. And yeah, I wish them well. Hopefully that all goes. She said they're going to be engaged for a long time. I'm like, yeah, well, because you need to like find proper jobs and stuff. So anyway, they're very happy, so that's very nice. And yeah, work's too much to do. I need to do something this afternoon actually. The aircon's finally kicking in. Oh, starting to feel cool. Went to the Mana. I'm in the Upper Hutt Embroidery Guild, and the Mana Embroidery Guild hosted their, I don't even know if it's annual, I don't even read the newsletters, a work day, which basically meant lots of the guilds come together and just raffles and an entry fee and some sales tables and fundraising and stuff that they do. And I basically decided last minute-ish to go along, mostly so I could catch up with a few friends. Of course, I spent too much money, which I didn't intend to do. I'll show you what I got in a minute and a few things off the sale table. And so that was sort of a lot of yesterday busy. And I've got a box of stuff that didn't sell to take to a secondhand shop on Monday. Went to Metal in Peru on Thursday. Really enjoyed the concert. Gee, it was a late night because the main act didn't start till 9 p.m. and that's my bedtime. I didn't love the venue though. It was at the Opera House in Wellington, which is fine. I much like, for that sort of traditional proscenium arch theatre, I do prefer the St James Theatre. That's the place that I love. But for this type of thing, this sort of jazz bluesy sort of thing with the the three-piece band and a little bit of engagement with the audience, it would have been nicer if it was somewhere smaller and intimate. Like, this is the sort of music that needs to be in a underground dive bar, like not with, I don't know how many people are there, 1,200 people, but like 200 people, So it wasn't, I don't know, I didn't love the venue, but I certainly was one of the youngest there, let's just say. There was 50 Shades of Grey in that audience. But it was, yeah, I really enjoyed the concert. I'm really glad I went. I didn't bring the thing, but reminder that next week, if on the 21st, there's a few people in the New Zealand cross-stitch group that are kicking off the Sky Full of Birds sale from Blackbird Designs. I'll probably be doing a start and finish because that's how I roll. There's no expectation that you do a start and finish. You can join at any time. There will be people who will be stitching that over an extended period of time because that's how they stitch. I just know that I'll probably knock it out because if I can avoid adding another whip to my whip pile, I will do that. And I have finally finished binge watching over the last couple of months all 12 seasons of Bones. It's pretty much all I've been watching, apart from The Amazing Race, America and Australia. Oh, there's a cat out there. Hello, kitty. Oh, no, it's running away because I looked at it. I was probably going to go and shit in my garden because that's what they do. Yeah, so finally finished Bones, and I never watched the last season of Bones when it was on TV. For whatever reason, I missed season 12. So it was kind of nice to finish that all off, and yeah, I did it. I enjoyed it. It's ridiculous but entertaining. Okay, new stuff. So when all of this came in yesterday through various channels, so we'll just work through it a bit at a time. When I went to work day yesterday, Catherine from Country Stitch had a shop, her stall there, so we had arranged to pick up my monthly Rainbow Club, which You may recall I've given her a list over the last little while and she's been working through it. I'm nearly at the end of the list of stuff that I specifically ordered rather than it being a surprise. And for whatever reason, I had a half of 35 count Edinburgh and shortbread, and I don't even know why. I think I just, you need a good neutral, and it's a nice soft cream. It's just, cream linen. I think I have this earmarked for maybe a couple of projects that it needs to chop up to odd sizes, but it's just a nice big bit of fabric to have in my stash. And then I also got my Silks For You, which I haven't even opened, so bear with. Ooh. So this is the Silks of the Month, which is the custom dyes for the club. So it's 5 10-meter skeins. And look at these. I mean, I don't love pastel, but I love these. I think I said that the other week. Like if I was going to do Easter, it would be this, but they are very pretty, very delicate. So they're just numbered 1 through 5, and gosh, they look edible. So that was really nice. So that was my Rainbow Club and my Silks For You club. And then just randomly talking about stuff, and she pointed out that, she had a miss die or a one-off die or a, I don't know why. This is a 28 count cashel and whatever, don't know what it was supposed to be, has no name, but sort of good, looks like a fat quarter. And I was like, well, why not? So I picked that up as well. So I bought that from her just to have. I don't have a lot of 28 count. I don't stitch a lot on it, but I do have an idea about that. So that was kind of cool. The lovely Judith had a stall for her fundraising, the lovely Judith bags, and she also had some needle books and some notion pouches and some bling, and I just bought a couple of things from her. This is this fundraising for Outpoured, the cat rescue organisation. So it's got a little needle case, because I do have 2 pairs of scissors now. So this one will host my red scissors, since it makes sense. These are just, is it Classe scissors? I can't remember. I do like these. They have a lovely satisfying feel to them. And yeah, they're only like $38 or something only. So that's my red scissors. So this just has a little sewing theme, which is really cute. So I picked that up. And then I just picked one of her thread bling, thread drop holders, whatever they're called. This one has a little angel fairy, and then you pull this aside and it says naughty. So that's me, isn't it? She had a whole lot of them. I think Julia helped put all the bling on for her. So just picked that up as well. Again, fundraising, so why not? There was also some sales tables there with things ranging from some full kits that were $5 or $10 to some leaflets that were $1. Some things were $2. So the entry fee was $5, which included 3 raffle tickets, which I didn't win, which was fine. I didn't want to win the raffles anyway. I don't want stuff. And then I was looking through, I had $5 left in my pocket, so I thought I'll just see what I can pick up. This was $2 and I really like it. So, will I stitch it? Who knows? But it's the Ink Circles Quaker Geometric Puzzle. It's paper chart, so that's a little bit annoying. No, it's not really. I stitched my other Ink Circles off paper. I don't really mind, but picked that up for a couple of bucks. So certainly sometime in the future this will be passed on, but I'll hang on to it for a while, and it might speak to me one day. I need to look at how many colours it needs, because it's the sort of thing where probably could suit a set of Silks For You skeins. If I did it 1/1, I have to work out how much thread I would need. So that was $2. Then there was a $1 bin, and I picked up a couple of these by, who are they by? House of Créations beadwork kits with beadwork with a little cross stitch. And there's cute little, this one's called Carnation Band. Requirements, recommends 28 count dirty or natural linen. And some DMC, and some of the beads are supplied. It looks like somebody started to, I don't even know, pull some together. So they retailed for $29.95 and I got it for $1. It's pretty cool. You do need 2 packets of Mill Hill beads that is not included. But the supplied, yeah, the 3 colours that are supplied are in the back. And oh, some bugle beads, are they in there? Oh yeah, they are in there. And bugle beads supplied. Yeah. This is a New Zealand designer. So designer presented by Sharon Perry for House of Créations. That was in Kandala, Wellington, back in 2003. And then I also picked up another one, similarly, Water Lily. And this also has same fabric called for, same DMC called for. Again, recommends 2 packets of Mill Hill beads, or one, you need 1.5 packets, and it's supplied the bugle beads and some of the beads on the back. And this was from 2002, vintage. So that was kind of cool. Like, you know, they're just cute little designs. Certainly you could stitch them just using silks, or, you know, I don't think you need to use beads at all. The designs will suit cross stitch, so they're quite nice. And then I had an extra $1, so I just pulled this up. I have made bears in the past, and it was just really cute. So I don't know, it might end up being passed on in the future, but yeah, just a cute little bear rosies patterns. These are New Zealand, again, New Zealand chart, Victorian Rose Limited. Doesn't have a date, but I imagine it's from ye olde days as well. Probably when we're making bears kind of really in here. I'd say I made one for my mum, Dudley, back in, I'd say mid-90s. Is that everything that I got yesterday? Yeah, and then when I got home, I had a little parcel, which I'd forgotten was coming. This is from Elizabeth, thank you. And she had reached out a couple of weeks ago maybe, saying she'd received a copy of the Deck the Halls. It doesn't matter where she got it from, but it had watermark. It had got wet, I guess, in the mail or something. So she got sent a replacement, but they said that she could keep this, and she said, did I want it? I'm like, oh, it does sound a bit Christmassy, but sure, I'm happy. And it's not really Christmassy at all. I mean, it's called Deck the Halls, and it's basically 6 strawberry patterns. And so she had told me about it. I didn't even go look, and I was like, oh, that sounds like something fun. I'm sure there's something in it I could do, and I completely forgot about it. And then when I got this little envelope, what's this? And I didn't realize how small it was. It's so cute. And I haven't made any strawberries before, and despite my not real Christmas stitcher, they're kind of cute. One's it came upon a midnight clear, and Christmas visitor, which is a pelican. No idea. Pelican? Looks like a pelican. Which, you know, it's not particularly Christmassy for me. Nothing about that screams Christmas. Christmas cactus. Again, I don't really see, other than the colours, not really sure how Christmassy that really is. From me to thee. And the first day of Christmas. So sure, it's a partridge in a pear tree, but I like it. And dancing sugar plums, which only is Christmassy because you told me that's what it was called. Anyway, really cute. So I'm sure that I will at some stage give those a go. Yeah, that was very kind. Thank you, Elizabeth. So yeah, everything new came in yesterday. It's quite a nice little haul, really. Stitching. Should I show you what I stitched? Right. I showed you that I had made huge progress on Mary Jane Fry, 1861, by Amanda Rowe, the Solitary Stitcher, last week, which I stitched on 36 count Victorian motto sampler shop with no name, and I used my own cotton conversion. Most of them were Tom and Lily, and one of them was Gentle Arts, I think, or colour, I can't remember. This I started for my birthday start this year, 18th of January 2023, and I finished it on the 12th of March. I didn't have that much to do, so I just got stuck in and finished. It was pretty much the top 2 rows of the alphabet and the top 2 rows of that horizontal border. There she blows, and I'm very, very pleased with it. So it wasn't that much stitching to finish, so I just got stuck in and finished it. So there is what is new, those top 2 rows there with those 2 ribbons. Yay, so that was nice to get that done. Another one finished, so I should keep that nicely ironed. I think I had mentioned last week that I was going to start a project by Just John 2018 on Instagram. They provide the odd little design on their Instagram and make them available for free. And it's sort of a pride piece, so I decided I'd start it, and then I just finished it. So I don't even know what it's called, I should ask them. I've called it Songs About Rainbows. Just John 2018, and I pulled a piece of 20 count Nuga Ada. I didn't want to do it on white. Started on the 12th of March, so Monday, and finished it on the 18th of March. Yay. And I just stuck a rainbow sticker on because I had it, and I thought, why not? And it's so cute being on. And I just, the colours I pulled, they're on the screen if you want to have a look. Those are just the rainbow that I chose. And here it is. So it's sort of like paint swatches, really, going across with the line from the song. And I really like it on this Nuga rather than on white. Just the neutral, I don't know, I do enjoy neutral over white any day. Yay. And then yesterday, so when I stitch in the wild, which is what I call when I'm not at home, I like to take a piece that I can see without good lighting. So I pulled out 10,000 Lakes by Carolyn Manning Designs, which I started in January at the Wellington Stitchy Gathering. We did a bit of a lot of people started or worked on Carolyn Manning at that Saturday. This chart is an original, a physical chart signed for me by Carolyn Manning. Thank you, Chris, for the gift again. "18 count Sage or Celadon Ada, using Call for DMC. Again, started this, what's it say, 21st of January at the Wellington Stitchy Gathering. Last time you saw this, I had pretty much done this corner, and I had a little bit done here and a little bit going up here, but it was mostly this corner, and I haven't quite finished all the back stitching that I need to do on some of these white bits. But so everything not including this corner I did yesterday, most of it not at the day, because of what I had to frog a whole bit that I did wrong. That's the problem. You stitch in the wild and you're chatting and stuff and distracted, you end up making mistakes and come home and undo it, or not all of it, but so I did get quite a bit done last night, so I get most of this done. Basically yesterday I got a little bit done in here and a little bit done in here when I was at the event, the Way Day, and then I did the rest of it So most of this I did last night and a little bit this morning. It's coming along. It's not going to be huge on 18 count, which is quite nice. That's it. That's my stitching. Plans for this week. Obviously, presumably, I will be starting, probably finishing the Sky Full of Birds on the 21st. Tuesday. Is it Tuesday? It must be. Tuesdays are like the day I usually work the longest at work. So I think there's a chat that's been set up by, I don't even know who's doing it. I can't think of anything right now. I will probably hopefully join that chat for a little bit, but I usually don't even get to sit down until about 8 o'clock on a Tuesday anyway. We'll see. And I just don't know what else I'm going to do. I still have some, I do want to stitch on Crowns of the Kingdom. I did take that yesterday, but I just didn't have enough time to even pull it out. So I do want to work a little bit on crowns. I know Susie, who I'm doing a sale with on that, she picked hers up this week as well after having a bit of a break. So I do need to get a couple of crowns in on that one. And I still have my linen and threads ornaments to stitch, although I have already stitched 4 and I only plan to stitch 12 this year, so technically I'm a couple of months ahead anyway. So if I don't get to stitch those this month, that'll be fine. Yeah, I don't know what else I'll pull out. No other new starts planned, but who knows, I could come out of left field and do something. I do have a little haul coming from the States from market, so that probably will take a couple more weeks to get here. I think I ordered 5 charts in the end. I didn't do any fabric. There's lots of lovely fabric, but I sort of need to get the designs and, decide which ones, when or what I might stitch, and whether I have any fabrics that I have in my stash. I'm a little loath to order lots of random fabrics without having projects that go on them, because I don't see the point really in having lots of fabrics in my stash that don't have projects planned, even though they are pretty and I do like looking at them. It's like, it also gets overwhelming. What's it now? 5 to midday, so we'll kind of wrap this up. Thanks again for coming along to watch my weekly YouTube, my FLOSSTUBE. I really appreciate it. And as always, the information about the projects I showed you are in the doobly-doo, as are contact details. Buy me a coffee link if you want. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribing. Share this video with someone if you think they'll like it. Press the like button, or there isn't a dislike button, is there anymore? I can't remember. And yeah, find joy in your stitching, and as always, don't let your needles rust. Ciao.